Join me as you and you take a journey to become better writers together and geek out. Well, hello there, Apple Bites. I figured I'd throw everybody up there, start the show, get going, get this fun happening already because Phil's been up all night trying to get people to get this new Kickstarter going, and I love the idea for this new Kickstarter, so I wanted to jump into it right away.
Thanks for always having me on. You're always sharing your you've been awesome. Oh, real quick, I have to show this. One of my favorite pieces of all time by
It's a Shadow Rabbit exclusive.
The myth, the legend, Shadow Rabbit. It's up there with all my statues, man.
Hey, man, she made the wall.
Yes, just look at the detail and what he did and the body. I mean, beautiful. He even got the lines in her vest. You know, little details of that. You know, you would look at the character and you would know he got the laces. This is sorry, I'm showing it to myself. This is just awesome. This is a beautiful piece. It really wowed me when I saw. I mean, I knew he'd do something good, but my God, he did something great. This is awesome, man. She sits like
pleasure as always, bro.
It always amazes me, you know, the detail to Shadow's work. You know, it's not like willy-nilly. He actually pays attention to all the little details.
He really did.
Hey, man, I like sculpting stuff. You guys keep making cool things for me to sculpt, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, next time we got to get a Breath of the Dragon.
Definitely.
There we go, Mr. Despair. Hi, back to you.
Hi, dear.
Sorry, I just had to do that. Sorry.
Nah, man, I super appreciate it, man.
It works for us, you know, like how we like it here. We raise each other up.
Yeah, I can't wait to read the fourth chapter.
Did you pledge on the campaign?
Of course.
Oh, the PDF went your way.
Oh, nice.
You didn't know you got it.
I have. Oh, nice one. Nah, I've been on another planet.
I understand.
That seems to be like the consensus here. We're all dead tired.
I just think the other planet's nicer.
Still got grass, you know. What are you gonna do?
I Mystic Despair.
So, Phil, how did you come up with this idea? You know, because it's a fabulous idea. I like the fact that you're showcasing all your artists.
The art book?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't take credit for the idea because I've seen artists do art book campaigns, but I felt like instead of doing individual campaigns for everybody, let's pool everyone's fan base to one central area, because that way, you know, Will has his set fans, but maybe they look at Kenny Calderon or Ricardo and go, oh my God, that's awesome too. And we can cross intersect and, you know, build fan bases up, because Will is such a phenomenal talent that I know that if you just get eyes on the art, people, you know, they'll fall in love. They'll be there.
That's good, and I like how you separated everything. I was on the site and I was checking the whole thing out, and I saw that you had your special buy 3 for $50, and I was like, ooh.
Well, I like to do that because, you know, maybe you don't want all 7, but there's 3 that really stand out to you, and we want to give you a little discount. You know, when it's not always about the money you make, but the relationships you make, the building a client base. You know, making people feel that their money is well spent, because especially now where times are tough and the economy's tough, and you know, how many purchases are we making a day, whether it's gas or groceries or whatever, that we feel like we're getting ripped off, right?
All the time.
So we want to provide a place where you can go and not feel that way. You can feel like, wow, you know, I really got bang for my buck, and you know, you can appreciate that we appreciate you as fans and clients.
And I feel like you do a good job with that because something like just like with tragedy, sometimes you want more than one cover. And it makes it easier to get more than one cover if you give them that package deal.
Yeah, and I did the book of covers because I'm not trying to make you buy the first issue 14 times. I understand money's tight. I could do gimmicks and make more money. I could even have her boobs pop out and make 30,000, but I'm not doing that crap. I'm not here to milk anybody for their dollar. I'm here to earn their trust in giving me that dollar.
And that's good. That's a good relationship to have
Appropriate
with the
choice of
audience.
words.
And I feel like they actually reciprocate because you're so
Hey, Pete.
there with them.
Well, I mean, think about it. What kind of, only healthy relationships are reciprocal. You invest in that person, they invest back in you. And that's a healthy relationship, whether it's a personal or a business. That's the relationship you want to have. And I think a lot of businesses have gone away from that. I don't need to be a millionaire. If I can make a modest living publishing books and be happy doing that, I'm a rich man. But I never want the dollar off somebody's back.
And that's important because we all learned in the '90s what happens when we try to like milk the industry.
Well, and it's happening now. I mean, there's a lot of falsely inflated. I mean, books are. Oh, Venom came out, so the first appearance of blah 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 went up, like Carnage went up. Okay, and then the movie sucked and it disappeared, and now you spent all that money on that book and it went down. It's like
Wait,
I don't
wait until
know.
Null shows up, though.
Yeah, and that's going to go up exactly. But I'm sorry, I'm not one for that. Buy an $8 box of cereal that's half full. That's just not my. That's not me, and I'm not going to give you that ever. Anything I'm associated with will never be half full. If anything, you'll be lucky if you can close the box because it'll be stuffed.
And we like that,
Super
especially
size.
because you actually do a great job at getting great art into the books, getting great art into the covers, getting and dude, you're like I've said a million times now, the tragedy storyline is fantastic. You do a good job at working a good story.
Thank you. By the way, Pete, I agree with you. Speculators and whatnot. That's yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but I agree.
Well, Pete's over here on the side, crossover.
Yo,
I mean, thank you for saying that. Look, I always had a creative mind, but I was always intimidated and afraid to write. I don't know why. I just was, because you always think like, am I gonna suck? Do I know what I'm doing?
Right.
Do I have the patience to develop a story or character? And life event, a major life event, kind of just changed that. And I said, no, who gives a crap? If it sucks, it sucks. But just write and have fun.
Exactly.
And miraculously, Peter David of all people, because he'll be very brutally honest. Chuck Dixon and Howard Mackey all say my book is written well.
And that's some great woof,
I
dude.
know those are three of my favorite writers, three of my top five. That's my Mount Rushmore telling me that I can write. That's very humbling and overwhelming. And then in a good way. And then honestly, I've done a lot of contests and stuff for people to read the scripts ahead of time, or because I want to see what the feedback is. And so far, the titles I've put out, there's three that are coming out that the early reviews are really really good on them. Of course, Will didn't read all the Withered yet. I told him take a crap once in a while, and you can pull out the script. But
I have no time for crap.
well, you got 7 kids. It certainly isn't a peaceful one either.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not ever going to tell you I'm a good writer because that's not for me to say. That's for you to say. What I will tell you is, I challenge you to find out.
And that's the way it should be. And I gotta say, like, your short stories are fantastic. I got a chance to check out 2 or 3 of them before, and I really enjoyed them. And I like the fact that you're taking one of them and making it into a book on its own.
That Will is going to draw, and I've had a few people tell me that they love tragedy, but Withered is actually their favorite of all the books that I've written so far. It's really I don't think anybody's done this before. Um, Time is not a human construct or measurement.
Right.
It is a malevolent being that is slowly satiating itself off of our life energies, and it has imprisoned God. And that's why life sucks and the world goes bad and things are wrong, because God's not in charge. This thing is. And the only reason why good things happen to us from time to time is because you have to keep the cattle happy and wanting to be alive and not run away so you can feed. And the archangels had a major war and they lost, and many were, according to the Christianity, there were 7 archangels, but 3 that they really recognized. And I deal with the 3 because the others were wiped out. And Satan is the general in this thing's army, basically, and there's Baal and Belial and all these other. But we're also going to be taking deities and gods from other cultures, and there's there's a second great war. Um, there's a tale of humanity in there, what you fight for, family. Um, Again, there are spiritual elements, but I am not forming a cult or a religion here. I'm not rewriting the Bible. It's just taking these, and I hate to say characters because, many Christian, many religious people believe these people to be real. So to call them a character might be insulting to them, So, these beings are just put in the book. I'm just using these beings to create a fictitious story. What up?
Kenny Calderon has joined the room.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Good to see you, bro.
I
was about to ask about you, but I was like, let me give him some time.
I shared an Airbnb with him all weekend, and I'm still alive, so he hadn't snuffed me out with a pillow.
I gotta admit, I saw Will Playton's art for the book you're talking about, and it looks fantastic.
Oh, you have no idea what's coming from that man. And by the way, Kenny Calderon is doing the manga version of Tragedy.
Oh, that's right. I heard that.
Yeah, these guys are killing. They're slaying it. They're killing it. They've killed it, brought it back to life, killed it again. I mean, they're just they're phenomenal talents, great to work with, and I am grateful for that. If I get a lot of credit for a lot of things, but the only thing I really deserve credit for is knowing who to surround myself with. What talent level.
Oh man. Nathan is on the side here making excuses on why he's not here. He's like, "Oh, let's play a game. Can my connection last longer than 5 minutes? Come on, set up a poll." Oh, look, he's even giving Jordan compliments. He's really sucking up here on the side.
And yes, Pete, it's going to read the proper way. The collected trade paperback for the 5 issues will read the normal Western way. And when you get to the end, it's going to be the manga to open this way and go left.
That's pretty good.
Think about the old school Marvel Comics Presents, where Wolverine, the old Wolverine stories, you'd have to like flip the comic the other way to read the Wolverine story in the back that was illustrated by Joe Mad back in the day.
Yeah, they'll definitely read the Japanese way.
Yeah.
Those were a blast to read.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the art book here, and every gentleman gets a showcase. I guess we should show off the video so we can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, Rob Powers did the video. He's just phenomenal. I rep him as well. If you ever want videos, logos, trade dress, corner boxes, art, voiceovers, apparently he's good at too now.
Damn, he's trying to take all our jobs. He's like, hey, I'll take Rob's job, I'll take Phil's job.
Yeah, my goal is to not be manga inspired, but to be manga.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Why does it always freeze on you?
Dude, just wow.
Yeah, we
I'm
also
like,
have
wow.
original art commission tiers by the artist, limited to 4 per artist. But you know, if there's that fan art, Marvel, DC, IDW, whatever character you like, you know, get one from Kenny, get one from Will, Ricardo, all of them. 11x17 full figure with background, black and white, inked.
And I remember, like, in the '90s when these art books were big. You know, everybody wanted one of the art books, and I feel like it kind of lost some of its it lost its way because I feel like, you know, like you were saying before, I know some people do them, but I don't feel like anybody showcases that they're there anymore. You know.
I agree, and part of why we wanted to do it too is, you know, thinking outside the box, like I said. And I mean, how many people can afford art? Prints are like $20 at a show now. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? $20 gets you a book with 40 different images of beautiful art. I mean, I have the physical books here if you want to see.
Yes, by all means, show them off. I saw a little bit of your premiere yesterday, and I saw you showing them off, and they look fabulous, man.
Here's
That
Will
was
Clayton.
Yeah.
This is Will Clayton. You know, he's the guy who can't take a poop in peace because he has 50 kids. There we go.
51 with Phil.
Yeah, yeah, you might have a point. I mean, you open right up to that, right? And you go to, let's just show off some of the highlights of what's in here. I mean, there's just so much beautiful stuff to look at. Like Masters of the Universe, look at that Orko. He made Orko look good.
Oh, I love Orko. I remember that Orko. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I
Batman.
remember a lot of these pieces from when we were doing the art show.
Yeah, I mean, this is the greatest Triclops I've ever seen in my life. If you like He-Man,
It almost looks straight out of a fantasy book, yeah.
And then, of course, I mean, you really classed the book up. I mean, you really notched it up a level.
Oh, look at that! Damn.
Wow.
Cover a tragedy one, being facetious, of course. But Hawkgirl and Raven. I mean, you know, the
Beautiful.
Legendary Portrait series. These all sold very fast. The original paintings, and we do have limited prints. But I mean, hey, man, you know, $25 print, but here you go, you get it in a book for 20. I mean, this is the quality you're gonna get. And again, these are thick books. They're comic floppies so that we can put them in bags and boards for you and ship them out in a Gemini. Here's Kenny, who's the other artist that's with us.
Kenny Calderon.
Smash. Look how thick that is. I mean, like Rod said, we like it thick. I mean, you got Heroes for Hire.
That is nice.
You got he has a Riddler in here that's just badass. Judge Dredd.
Oh wow.
You know, who draws Judge Dredd anymore? You got a nice Judge Dredd piece of art. Doctor Strange. And he added the color version, which I thought was great that he did both. Kenny colors his own stuff too. Really talented.
I love Kenny's style. It's like a classic comic book style.
Well, look at that. Look at this, Mr. Freeze. I mean, it just has the emotion in it. It's a beautiful piece. And then here's like a Cowboy Bebop manga style kind of drawing. You know, some people might feel it's manga inspired, and I understand because I'm not really in that group, but it's manga enough for me.
Well, that pirate looks badass. So
Nathan, what pirate is that?
I'm not aware of that being any that I'm
an
familiar
indie
with.
book. It's an indie book.
It's not a One Piece.
Can we get much
nice.
higher? So high.
Woo! Look at that, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's just incredible stuff. Hang on. Look at this Riddler.
Oh, that's a classic Riddler.
So good.
Yeah, he's just got the style, man. Then he's got some chibi, and he's got some edgy stuff right next to it. Kind of nice balance out there, right?
Woo, let's party,
Yeah,
chibi.
really nice.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got Superman, which is Kenny's favorite, one of mine too. We have that in common. And then, of course, he classed it up with a tragedy cover.
Nice.
And just so you know, here's a sneak peek at his cover for issue 5.
Unreleased. Wicked.
It's unreleased. And then, hang on, let's just show one more for Kenny. I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind.
Oh, you good? Go ahead.
Kenny's like, yeah, show away, man, show away.
And then you end up with Venom. I mean, you just, again, we wanted to give you bang for your buck. We're not playing around. Then we got Rob, right? Def Shogun, all his mashups.
Oh, we love Rob
You
Howard.
know? Yeah, I mean, well, first we'll start with, his sticker art.
Yeah, his sticker
Yeah,
art is amazing. I even did a story for one of his sticker arts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And he does the video game stuff, that he did, the controllers that are venomized, which is pretty cool. And Carnage, and symbiotes and all that. And then he mashes up characters. I mean, here's an awesome one. Nightcrawler, Raziel, and Akuma.
That's a mix. Look at that.
Heck yeah.
It looks so badass. That's what I like about his mashups is they look like they could be their own character.
I mean, Lobo and Spawn. Look at that one.
Ooh.
Look at the skull and crossbones out of the cigar is awesome. And then, oh, you were talking about Null before. Null and Spawn.
Mm.
And then you got
the Mando bat next to it was nice.
Yeah, and then you got Batman, Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
I think of one of my favorites. There's one of my favorites: Deadpool, Joker, and the Mask.
Ooh.
There
we go.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Raiden and Venom, and then here's my absolute favorite: is the Wolverine Ghost Rider. That he just.
That was such
that.
I remember
That's
that
amazing.
one. Oh.
And again, look at the how thick that book is. That's really thick. Rod will be proud.
That brings fire, man.
And we got Ricardo. I hope you don't mind. Another
Yeah, go
one.
for it.
There's
We're here
Death.
to show them off.
There's Death.
Ricardo, his art is amazing.
Yeah, he's the artist on Tragedy, mind you. And this is what you're getting.
Yeah, he has this classic comic book look.
Well, people tell me Tragedy is written like an 80s book and drawn like a 90s book. So
yeah, I can see that.
The best
yeah.
of the both worlds for me. And that's all Ricardo. The man's a beast. He's a beast. And he's got some pinups in here because he's Brazilian. He has to draw big boobied women, or I think they kick him out of the country. Power Girl. I don't know how she fights without giving herself black eyes, but there you go. This is, a 40+ page book. I got Harley Quinn, and you got Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy.
Wow.
I mean, just beautiful, 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 beautiful art. And he classed his up too. I'll show you that in a minute. He put an actual cover as well in here for Tragedy. And with the rough, I liked how he did that. Look, pages sticking together, and you'd think it was a booby book the way they're sticking together. All right, so
wow.
Supergirl. Yeah, I mean, I sometimes it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie that these guys are so damn good, but they don't have that big name yet. We're trying to get that large following. They all have their loyal followings, but these are guys that they deserve to have 500 people in a room looking at their art sale.
Yeah.
And look at that.
Amazing.
I don't know, but and of course you've got Dungeons and Dragons, my favorite cartoon of all time.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, whoa.
I have this piece, the inked piece. I have it.
Yeah, because I love that show. That show was fantastic.
And then we've got some sample pages he did for Witchblade.
Nice.
So he put some sequentials in here too. And then there's the Tragedy cover with the rough, which I thought was cool. That's the original cover.
It's always amazing to look at this stuff, like as it's being done, and anytime you get a chance to see like behind the scenes, it just like leaves you breathless.
Jesus, I've looked at this book 500 times, and why did I not realize he did this? Here's an original page from Tragedy.
Wow.
Yeah. I was looking at this Spider-Man. I didn't even look at my damn book. Look at that. I mean, just
That's because that Spidey stands out so much.
yeah, it's brilliant, man. These guys are brilliant, and they're just a great group of people. Your money is going to good people, man. We got 2 more books because I don't have the Bill Lutz
Yeah,
with
Greg
me.
says Ricardo's backgrounds are amazing, and I agree.
Hey, Greg, what's going on, buddy? So, like, you got Rod Ramos, Captain America,
Damn, look at that
and
Captain
Cyclops
America.
versus Black Bolt.
Oof.
Now, Rod is a huge G.I. Joe fan, and he did draw G.I. Joe when Devil's Due had it. These aren't pages from the book, but my God, look at that Cobra Commander.
Yeah, they look like that classic
Look at
80s
that
comic.
Zartan.
Yeah. Love that Cobra Commander. Love that Zartan.
With the dreadnoughts, yeah, dreadnoughts.
I heard that you were trying to buy that one, but you just didn't have the
I don't have the money, but I want it. Yeah. Daredevil. Look at that Daredevil. Man on Fear. He did.
Oh man, that has that classic noir feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, phenomenal stuff. And by the way, our hearts go out to Rod. He had a really rough, unexpected loss in his family. We love him. He's our brother in arms, and we pray for him.
Blessings.
Look at that Wolverine, the Captain America. Again, you're getting quality art. We're not for $20. I've already showed
Dude, for $20, this is really great.
Yeah, you've gotten 15 pictures and you've got 35 more to go. Look at that Wonder Woman. Look at that Flash.
Ah, beautiful work, man.
Yeah, you're spending $20 on a print, and we're giving you $20 for 40 prints. And by the way, if you pledge on the physical book, you still get the PDF. So you don't have to tear the book out if you wanted to just print up, any one of these pictures.
Posters and stuff like that.
You
Yeah.
make your own posters. Yeah,
I saw that when I was there. That each one gets the PDF. If you buy the book, you get the PDF, and then you can buy the PDF without buying the book, which is pretty cool.
If you don't want a physical
to go.
copy, exactly. And this one's less money. It's $15 because Carlos only did 26 pages of art.
Right.
Let me. You got Cyclops and Darkseid.
Love that Cyclops.
You've got Gambit, Rogue, the White Queen.
Nice.
You've got Harley Quinn, Juggernaut from the movie. He made the Toad look really good. That's a nice looking Toad, and look at that Magneto.
That is a nice looking Toad. He looks straight out of a D&D book, but I like it.
Yeah, right. And then you got Sabretooth and my boy Nightcrawler.
Gotta love Nightcrawler, and that's the one from the cartoon, right?
Yeah, he did the long-haired one from the cartoon. And then we got another Sabretooth and Spider-Man with Doc Ock, which is on the cover.
Ah, nice.
So again, look at this Strife.
I haven't seen him in a while.
And that Wolverine. Again, $15, and you're getting 26 prints. He even did that meme. That meme that was going around? He did it with Cyclops, Wolverine, and Jean Grey. It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay.
Another Wolverine, blood bullets, blood shots in him. And we end with Odin's son.
Odin's son.
And that's it.
4.
And we have one more, which is Bill Lutz, but I don't have it here. It's a long story.
I was about to say, how do you not have it?
Well, because Bill didn't get his files to me until after I had everything printed, because I needed them for promotion. So
Gotcha.
I don't wait for shit, because if you're late, you're late. By the way, these sketch covers didn't go on the last campaign. They are from Kenny Calderon. My character, Breath of the Dragon versus Taskmaster. And Zealot from Wildcats, Jim Lee versus my character, Tragedy.
I remember when you showed these to me. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. These, I don't know what I'm going to do with these because I want them, but they're either going to go back in the next campaign or I'm going to buy them or I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know. And I got to share this with you real quick, if you don't mind, off topic briefly. One of ours in Legendary Illustrations, Mauro Zapata, as a joke. I just turned 50, so this was a birthday gift for me. He drew me as Nightcrawler, but he did it like a Marvel sketch card from the 80s.
Oh, that's great, Phil
It says
Crawler.
super old.
I love it.
And then he gave me the original art in the back. It's so cool. It was fun.
Phil
I
Crawler.
laughed my ass off, and I appreciate him. And lastly, Addie Kidd did this for me as a fan art. She just sent it to me.
Philbo Publishing. I saw this one somewhere, and I was like, dude, that's so cool.
I posted it. Yeah, I get so much love and really kindness from a lot of people that I'm just very grateful. It's kind of new to me, so thank you.
I gotta admit that one has like such a Doctor Who feel to it.
Yeah, right. And of course, there's Tragedy #1. Yeah.
Tragedy #1. I still love that cover.
I am pimping it.
Yeah,
Still love that cover.
I am so pimping it. I'm sorry, Ralph.
Well, no, we're here to showcase your stuff, so we better showcase your stuff. If not, we're gonna have a boring show.
Well, I sure as hell could talk. I get that. I'm in marketing mode. So we're wrapping up Unknown Heroes right now. It's 23 hours left to go, and it's the first appearance of my second title, The Dynamics. So if you have any faith that my publishing company or my books are going to blow up, you're going to want to get that anthology because it's the first appearance of The Dynamics. It's the very first time.
I have to say, you guys really do need to get The Dynamics. I got to look at it ahead of time. Love the story. It's that classic superhero family feel to it. I can't wait to see the whole thing together.
Thank you. It's fun, and Rob's killing it on the pages. They're very energetic and a lot of dynamics and energy. So the anthology's wrapping up in less than 22 hours. Please go check that out. I've got the Legendary art books going on right now, which we just started, and we funded in less than 90 minutes. We unlocked a stretch goal in about 2 hours, and it's honestly, I didn't know what to expect because the economy, it's right for the holidays. Will's kind of shaky with his talent. So I was kind of concerned, but I didn't know how it would start out, and I'm very happy and pleasantly surprised with how well we busted out of the gate. But that's
dude, I was there yesterday, and I was like, damn, that you funded in like what, 3 hours? No, less, right? 30 minutes?
Less than 90 minutes.
There you go.
It's just a testament to how talented they are. And after the Legendary Illustrations books, next month I've got the Devils in the Details prose book. And then I've got...
There we go.
Oh, man, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate that. Please know that. We really do appreciate that.
No problem.
We know how hard people work for their money. And if you're willing to spend it on us, that is an honor and a privilege on our part. Plus, we could pay for one of Will's illegitimate kids. Now, after all that, and the prose book comes out in December, Dynamics premieres in January, Tragedy 5 is in February, Withered premieres in March, and then the Tragedy trade paperback with the manga is in April, and then we're going right back to maybe Dynamics 2 in May or something. I don't know. We'll see. Or
You're
maybe
a busy man.
I'll take May off just to catch my breath. We'll see. There's other big things coming down the pipe for Phillip Publishing I can't talk about right now. Kenny knows what I'm talking about. I think Will knows. And it's big news, but, there's contracts involved and there's things like that. Let's just say I might have some interesting people publishing with me.
That's really good. And you always surprise in a good way. So can't wait to see what you got coming up.
Well, again, you look at Kenny's work, you look at Will's work, you look at Ricardo, Alex, all of them. I'm smart enough to know who to surround myself with. Yeah. That's my mutant power. That's my talent. That and my mouth.
And it's funny because, it may not sound like a great talent, but that is a fabulous talent. Be able to find the talent that you need to find and put it up there,
Well, I mean, again, when you're creating an aesthetic medium, bless you.
Thank you.
When you're creating an aesthetic medium like a comic book or something of that nature, or just, whatever the case would be, that's your reputation you're putting out there, and I strongly feel that you need to put out something professional looking, something um, to be proud of. Because look, I understand you want to put out a comic, you have a tight budget, you can only do so much, but what you put out is your reputation. And I know that when I put out something, I want it to be pro level. And like if you look at
Look at that.
the cover to Withered,
Right.
and that Will played and painted, you're impressed. You're like, oh my God. And people look at it and say, well, if he's willing to put that much effort into a cover being quality, what is he doing on the inside of that
Yo,
book?
dude, that's what I want to know, because I was thinking the same thing. That question you just asked, I was like, wait. This because I love Will's style. It reminds me of when we got Alex Ross's Legends.
Yeah. I dare tell you he's better than Alex Ross. I said it. Hey, Will, do you have those character designs to show up on screen?
I can hold them up if that's what you'd like.
Is that all right? I'm sorry,
That's
Rob.
fine.
We're hijacking you here.
Oh, you're not hijacking. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
You want to talk? You want to talk them through?
So this is Archangel Raphael, and I give them personalities that I don't know what their personalities were as far as religion. I gave them my own personalities.
Right.
Look at the scaling, the scale mail.
Dude,
look at the detail
man.
on the cloth.
This is epic.
Will and I worked closely on. I gave him a ton of references, and then Will took some certain liberties that worked really well. Were fantastic, and he ran some things by me, and here we go. This is one of the main characters in the comic book. He's not in the prose book. He is in the comic book. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael are in the book, and they are warriors. They are fighting demons, and there are lesser demons. And those lesser demons have the mark of the devil on their head. They are branded.
Mm.
And that was Will's idea, the branding, and I just took it and used it as a story element. He gave me a great idea, which I don't think.
That is a great idea.
I didn't tell Will what the story element is, but I will later.
The mark of the beast.
I mean, and those are the lesser demons. We're not even
Right.
getting into Baal, Belial, and Lucifer yet. And actually, he's called Beelzebub in the book. He refuses for you. He does not like you calling him Lucifer, because that's his name when he was an angel.
His slave name.
That's how he sees it. Yes.
Exactly. I can see that.
So, I mean, look at that.
Mm.
That's a character design. Now imagine what the hell he's going to do in those pages.
Yeah, I want to see the inside of this book already.
So do I. We're just getting through character concept designs. We haven't even gotten to the interiors yet.
Oh, this is the one I've been looking at. Damn,
that's
you
going
did
to
a
be
great job with this, man.
That's a metal bookmark on the December campaign if we crack 1,500, I think. Which I'm going to be very honest. I never wrote this book with an intent to sell it, the prose book. I didn't. I just wrote it for cathartic reasons, things that I was going through approaching 50. And
one of the best reasons to write.
And people are like, just put, yeah, it's great. It works both ways. And people were telling me, just put it out, just put it out, just put it out. So I'm going to do the Kickstarter. I don't have any high expectations for the Kickstarter. I honestly don't think it's going to do very well. But I'm going to just put my best foot forward and we'll see what's going on. I mean,
what we can do.
Yeah, I don't expect much from it. It's a $12, 86-page short story book. And in a world where people don't read anymore, I don't have high expectations for it, but we'll see.
I guess we shall see what happens. I think you'll do well. I like the short stories. They're all fantastic.
Thank you. It starts with Withered, and that was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Greg Johnson's still here, but he has read the short story book and the first 6 issues of Withered that I've written.
Nice. You go, Greg.
Greg is one of the beta readers that I always bounce things off of. He'll be honest with me. He'll tell me if he thinks something is crapola. And he actually likes it. I want to make this clear too about this book. There are people that may be turned off to the idea because either they're atheist or because they're very religious. I am not here to convert, nor am I here to insult. It's just fiction.
Yeah.
It's using theological background for fiction the same way you would use, the show Supernatural. We'd use Archangel
Exactly.
Gabriel. So this is not me making any statements or preaching at you. I'm just writing stories.
I gotta agree with you because a lot of my stuff does dive into the same things, and I get people who read through it and go, "Oh, but that's not what happened." I'm like, I'm not writing what happened.
Right.
I'm just writing
Right.
what stories coming into my head.
Right.
I would say, if I had to interject there, I would say that the book, having read the book, I have read this one. is that I think it transcends religiosity.
Exactly.
I think it speaks more to the human condition.
Thank you. That's really what it is. I'm using spirituality to really get down to the human condition because I'm not a religion person, but I am a very spiritual believer in God. And depending on who you talk to, people who are really strong with the Bible would say that I really don't have a relationship with God because I don't read the Bible. I respect everybody's beliefs, and I'm not here to tell them they're right or wrong. I just know what my relationship is with God and my beliefs. And
the way
if
it
you
should
don't
be.
have one, I don't care. I'm not here to tell you to have one because you know what? I literally haven't heard his voice. So how am I going to force you to listen to him? That's your journey. If you believe in him, great. If you don't, you're still a good, and you act like a good person. Who cares, right? I'm not here to push anything on anybody. I don't need people to believe what I believe. Just hopefully the book touches you emotionally and inspires you in some way. And just maybe it helps somebody who's kind of struggling emotionally while entertaining. And that's all it is. That's all it
But that's the
is.
same thing the short story conveys is this personal journey, something that you're going through and you're coming out on the other side with a decision you're making. It's changing
Right.
your life because of the choices you've made.
Yeah, and honestly, the book is used in a way of just letting in the overall answer is no matter what comes at you, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the overall theme of it. And in a world of darkness right now, where everything is the boys, and look, I get it. Tragedies can be a little dark too. It's not that dark, but I wanted to do something that was a little more uplifting and motivating, right? Something that you could walk away with. I've had people read the book and they actually cried. They cried reading the book because it really touched them. It hit them. Um, because the best thing you can do as a writer is acknowledge what we all have in common. We may deal with things differently, you know, but at the end of the day, we all want to feel like this life was worth something. We want to feel relevant. We want to feel like it wasn't for nothing. And we want to feel significant, like we matter, you know? And why not? Why shouldn't we? We should, and when life gets tough and people kind of get pushed to the side, you tend to feel insignificant and down about yourself, and that's when you start to not like yourself. And people live hard lives because they're their own worst critic, and we got to learn to just light up and say, look, I'm flawed, okay, but I do the best I can to get through the day, and it's
Exactly.
all going to work out.
I always say the same thing. We already have enough people trying to keep us down. We don't need ourselves
To do
keeping us
themselves.
down.
Yeah. I see so many people being kinder to others than they are to themselves. It's like, can you not give that kindness to yourself too? I mean, what, you don't deserve it? And why don't you deserve it? Because someone told you you don't, like a parent or a neighbor, you're not defined by someone else's opinion. If I was defined by somebody else's opinion, it would not be a good, I would not have a good, feeling about myself. But And I do want to get back to the art, guys, the art, but I apologize. I'm just doing so much now, and I'm pushing hard.
Oh no, all this stuff sells everything because it's all related. It all comes together. If it's all Philbo, it's all legendary illustrations because you guys are a team. You guys work together. You can see that you're working with this one here. You're working with that one here. Everybody has the project they're working on.
Yeah, I hire my artists first, and I say my artists just meaning the ones I rep. I don't mean like I own them or anything.
And there you have Unknown Heroes, which we were talking about earlier. It has 21 hours to go. It's at 3,744, 72 backers.
Yeah, this is 7 short stories. Some are self-contained 10-page stories. Some are previews. 7 stories, 8 creators, all superhero tales. I came up with the name because, let's face it, we're all unknown. And they won't be unknown for long if you guys back this and spread the word. There are some interesting tales in this book. The one that really hits me is called You Got Heart. So basically, the world's greatest superhero is dead, and they take his heart out for a transplant. And the courier who's transplanting that heart is now being chased by all of his arch villains who want that heart as a trophy.
That's a good story.
Yeah, and then there's Cataclysm, the 5th horseman of the apocalypse. If you know Rob, he has a sense of humor.
Yes, he does.
He wants a vacation and he can't get one because hell follows him everywhere, and he's like pissed off on Earth, fighting demons and everything because he can't get a break. And when you scroll down, you can see sample pages and covers. Tales from Nerosville from Jason Meadows, who's the letterer in Legendary, is such a smart book. This one is about a sidekick school, how to become a sidekick, and it gets attacked by 2 supervillain teams at the same time. And Jason always writes a twist that's you never see coming, which is cool. That's Jason. Looks like the Vulture.
We all love a good twist.
Rod Rodolfo has the Light Warriors. It's it's an interesting story. Focuses on one character. James and Hunter have the World of Nebulon. If you like kaiju and manga and Power Rangers, that's all that slapped together. There's the Dynamics. It's my family basically with superpowers. I give them different names, but it's based on our personalities. My little 8-year-old is Little Mighty. She's super strong and invulnerable. My oldest is Whiplash. She runs really fast. I have a big mouth, so I'm like Banshee, but my name is Decibel. My wife has the powers of Mother Nature and Gaia, and she is, I forgot what the hell I called her. But anyway, my mother is a fantastic hand-to-hand combatant fighter at
Right.
74, at 73, and she can find the weakness in everything.
That sounds like a great team.
Yeah, it's fun. It's family friendly. That's Cataclysm, and I'm excited about it. It's the debut. And then we have the Correction of White Scarlet, which is a noir supernatural tale. He deals with the dead. So, I mean, we got a little bit of something for everybody. That's Tales from the Sidekicks. As you can see, that's the Light Warriors by Rod. The art is the art is quality, and the writing on these stories is great, and they're interesting and they're different. And I just, yeah, man, it's fun to be a part of this. This was James. James approached me about this, and I said, sure. And I have to be honest with you, everything I'm doing with Philbo Publishing right now, all these new titles, is because of this.
I have a feeling.
I wasn't going to put out other titles. I had all these ideas. I still have 3 or 4 more books that I want to write. But James was like, well, why don't you just do a preview, give it a try? And I was like, all right, screw it. So right away, I knew Rob was the one for this book, for the
Dude,
book.
it's perfect casting, if you want to call it that, because this just right up his alley.
Yeah, and excuse me, Hulkopotamus was created by my 5-year-old daughter, and actually brought to life by Pete Vasquez's partner in the Fat Guys Inc. Oh my God, what the hell?
You're tired. I feel you.
I am so tired.
Brandon,
there you go.
Oh my God, I know, but it's Shaw. That's it. I was trying to think of his last name before I said it. I know it's Brandon, but it was like Shaw, Brandon Shaw. So Brandon, as a gift, he was very kind. He brought Hulkopotamus to life and drew it, so he gets credit in the book for the design of Hulkopotamus. I'll explain. When you read the book, you'll understand how Hulkopotamus is there. It's not campy, silly like that.
That's actually a very good explanation. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a character that has an ability. Whatever they dream comes to reality. And it's one of her classmates that she talked about her character with. So that's Cataclysm. As you see all the action and adventure that goes on in there. So this sparked me to do dynamics, and I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's do this. Because anybody knows me, I'm balls to the wall. I do everything 100 miles an hour. I don't slow down. Will is actually a kindred spirit in that sense. If you knew everything Will was working on right now, you'd be like, are you kidding? He's multitasking. He's got 3 books. He's on 3 books. He's doing my character designs for somebody else, a cover, bookmarks. The guy is all over the place. And then you look at Kenny. Kenny's doing my book. He does commissions for a lot of clients. He's doing sketch cards. I don't like being around unmotivated people. They are kryptonite. They will drag you down. Not even trying to. They're not trying to. They're not bad people. But because they're unmotivated, they make you
Unmotivated.
up a little, you know? Yeah. No, I'm hungry. I'm the hungriest fucker you're ever gonna find. This train is rolling, and Kenny and Will are keeping up with their own stuff. They're the same pace as me, you know? So that just makes us stronger, you know?
And that's a good thing because you want a team that works just like you. That way you guys can keep pushing each other forward.
Yeah, and not even just like me, just at the same pace. Just be that motivated, be that hungry, you know? I mean, I turned 50 and I almost died a year or 2 ago, right? And then I turned 50 and I'm not upset or sad or anything like that, but it just changed my perspective on life of I have lived for 50 years slaving at a job that brings me no joy, no passion, no love, right? It's not fulfilling. Answering to people that are scumbags that don't give 2 shits about me because I'm only as good as the last thing I do.
Exactly.
And I'm not leaving any mark on this world, you know? And I just refuse to do that anymore. You know, people don't understand. Feel you. They don't understand me. They're like, you get 3 hours of sleep a night. It's not healthy. Take care of yourself. And they don't understand. I'm actually the best health I've been in over 15 years. I'm down to 200 pounds from 260. I was 319 once. And creating and striving and having this goal has lifted my spirits and made me feel alive. And I'm not going backwards. I'm only moving forward. And I ask you to come along for the ride. I promise you it's a good one. It's a good ride. And it's worth your time and your money and your effort. And mark my words, you're going to regret not being on the ground floor when these comics blow up and these characters blow up. You're going to be like, shoot, I had a chance to get the #1 and I never did because I didn't put any faith in him.
Right.
Put your faith in me. Put your trust in me. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
And I gotta say, dude, you are on fire. You got all the stuff going on. This Kickstarter is fantastic. Love your stable of artists, and it's great to be able to get a chance to own a bit of them. Because, like you say, sometimes buying the bigger print or the original is just a little bit out of our reach.
Yeah, I mean, because of the costs of everything, the prints used to be $5, then they were 10, then they were 15, then they were 20, now they're like 25. I've seen prints for $30. I'm like, There's no way I'm spending $30 on a print. I don't give a crap how good it is, unless it's a Will Clayton painted gouache print, you know, or a Kenny Calderon.
But that makes sense.
Not spending it. And
you're paying for something.
But again, for $20, you're getting 40 to 50 pieces of art. I mean, it's a steal.
It is. It definitely is.
Most art books that are 40 or 50 pages or more, they usually are around $1 a page, right? They do like it's a $50 book.
Right.
Maybe even 30 or 35. We did $20. You know, These guys are worth so much more with their talent, but we're not trying to rake you over the coals. Man, that guy's handsome. He was fatter there, but he was handsome. Jeez. And I want to ask you guys your opinion. When you scroll down to Will Clayton's picture, tell me that isn't Yukon Cornelius.
Oh my God.
That is Yukon Cornelius. He saved New Year's Eve. I'm just telling you.
I think he needs to wear the hat so we know for sure.
Exactly. I mean, what a handsome dude. Don't get me wrong, but with that beard, that's Yukon Cornelius.
Well, I always liked Yukon, so.
Last night, man, on live stream, I don't think I've ever heard Will laugh so hard and so long in my life. He was like wheezing and like squealing. Like there was squeals. They were like, I thought he was losing hair.
Yeah, you guys were having a blast yesterday. I was able to jump in a couple of times to check it out, and you guys had a lot of fun while you were showing off the books.
But that's the thing. We're a family. We're loyal to each other. We promote each other. We fight for each other. I mean, we've become family. We're not just business partners. We're family. You know, we have each other's backs, and we enjoy each other's companies, and we really are rooting for each other. There's no competition in Legendary Illustrations. It's rising tide raises all ships, and you know, Kenny and Will be the first ones to compliment Ricardo and say killer book and killer art, and I love what he did. Or Kenny went to do a live stream with Ricardo, and of course, you know, Kenny's being humble but not accurate, but he's like, yeah, man, I was gonna draw a female, but I wasn't doing that if I was going live with Ricardo, because he would just blow it away. Now, Kenny's being humble and kind. Obviously, Kenny can draw females like nobody's business as well, but you see how there's no ego. They just support each other, you know, and the mutual respect and camaraderie. It's a really healthy work environment and relationship, and I'm really rooting for these guys. I want to see them succeed so badly. Just know that yes, I get a percentage of what we make on these, but the vast majority of the money goes to the artists, and I'm just trying to build their followings, make them some money, help them live their dreams. So I ask you to please do the same. You're not just supporting the artists, you're supporting their families. You know, you're supporting their dream. If you're a struggling creator, you know what frustrations set in every day. So if you could just again sacrifice a Happy Meal 1 week or some shit, you know, and just go get a $20 sketchbook.
And like we like to say here, supporting Kickstarter is supporting dreams, because you know this is how we get to put our dreams up there for everybody to see.
And I do apologize. I know I hijack your show every time I come on. I talk.
Hey, you save me trouble.
But the thing is, that's you know, you get used to it after a while, because who else is going to market my company like me? Nobody. Exactly. I don't have a marketing team. I don't have the money to throw in all that. So you know, all I have, the gift of gab. And you got to take your talents and you got to point it. You got to point it in the right direction and fire. So, do I talk a lot? Yes, but I need to.
Well, that's the best thing, because we tell people all the time, especially when we're at the conventions, you know, and we're talking to creators. I'm like, dude, you need to sell your stuff. If you know, you're the one that's going to be the most excited about your own stuff, so you need to, you know, sell it. You need to go, dude, this is why you should get this. You know, I want you to come over here. I want you to check this out. You need to be excited about your own things. And sometimes we see creators that aren't even excited about selling their own stuff.
I interview them and I'm like, I'll send them a private message. Can you pick it up, dude? You're putting everybody to sleep. Come on, act like you care. I mean, but that's the thing, is people feel the passion in me in what I do, because I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I believe in everything I'm doing. My heart is in it. I don't know if I'm a good writer or not, but I would ask you, why don't you go find out? Buy a book, read it, and you tell me. And I can take it on the chin if you say no. If it becomes toilet paper in your house, so be it. But I'm giving you the best of what I got out of my heart and my head. It's nothing I do is gimmick. Nothing I do is scheme. Nothing I do is to make money. I mean, let's be realistic. Tragedy is a young Irish girl, redhead. all I have to do is unzip her top, sell a bunch of variants with her boobs sticking out, and I will jump to $35,000 on a campaign in a second. And I refuse to do it. Another thing I could have done is, milked you for all my variants, make you buy all the same book 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Exactly.
I didn't do that. I made a book of covers so that you just get all of them in one shot. I don't believe in gimmicks. I don't like used car salesmen, and I don't like walking away from a purchase thinking I got suckered. And I don't want you to either. So, meanwhile, Kenny and Will are working hard right now. They're drawing.
Yeah, I can see them drawing away over there.
They're pros. And, all the guys in Legendary Illustrations, and they're not all showcased in this Kickstarter. I have other people, Alex Sinclair, Jesus, sorry, he's coloring a cover for me right now. Alex Sarabia, Mato Zapata, Jason Meadows, there's other guys. And I'm telling you, we have every single aspect and facet of a book you need to create it. We have writers, editors, pencilers, inkers, colorists, letterers. We can create your trailer. We can create your logo. We can create your corner box. We can format your book for printing. We can do fulfillment. We can create your Kickstarter page. We can teach you how to market. We can market for you. We can do everything. Everything. If you're a struggling writer, I can help them, help you with formatting, and I can help you with outlining and getting your thoughts down on paper, connecting the dots. We can do every single thing you need for a comic to make a comic, and we never miss deadlines. Never have we, never will we, because we will not take a project if we don't know for sure we can meet the deadline. We will not do it. Will's on 3 books, and he's on top of it. He's on top of it. I mean, he manages 7 kids. He can handle 3 books.
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, yeah. Probably the kids are worse.
Oh yeah. But and there's no egos either. We're easy to work with. We understand edit's a part of it. If you come back to us with an edit, we don't complain. We don't argue. We don't give you a half-assed effort. We go okie doke, and it's done. Because that's what professionals do. These guys are professionals, and I would not align with them if they weren't. I'd be friends with them because they're great guys, but I couldn't do business with them. Because what they do is a reflection on my company, Legendary Illustrations. I mean, look at that strife by Carlos. Carlos is not exclusive with us, but I do sell his art.
Right.
Very talented people. Bill Lutz has his own book. He wrote a prose book. It's sci-fi, fantasy, horror.
Nice.
That's out on Amazon. You should check it out. We unlocked that. Look at that. Legendary Illustrations portraits. That's a Ghostwriter painting by Will. That is going to be a die-cut sticker. It's been unlocked. And then that Batman is going to be a bookmark.
This is totally a bookmark.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's going to be trimmed down to just the Batman. It's not going to be that whole thing. And then you've got Kenny Calderone's Space Ghost with the Phantom Cruiser, a comic-size print. And then if we get to 7,500, you get a metal
Nice.
Khonshu Moon Knight print by Kenny. Metal. Full color metal.
This is a great piece here.
I mean...
And Ralph, the Ghost Rider was the one I did on the show.
Yeah, it's funny. I was going, wait a minute. I know that Ghost Rider.
Oh, is
there
it?
you have it, folks. You can get the one he did on the show as a sticker.
Yeah.
So support. It was so much fun to watch him do it as we interviewed him. It was just a blast.
We'll have to do it again.
He impressed so many people watching the process happen.
Will's a great guy. So is Kenny, Evan, Ricardo, all of them. And I do have to say this. I would not be able to be putting out these books if not for the trust and the respect and the kindness of Will and Kenny and Rob. I'm just saying there's they've put their faith in me. They've put their trust in me. The respect that they've shown me is humbling and greatly appreciative, and it's of course mutual. But there's no books if it's not for them. So
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Exactly. That's what you have to have. It's teamwork.
Teamwork.
And they have some. What do you call it? Original art commission spaces left. I think I didn't look. Let me look.
I saw that tier. I saw the fact that you can actually get some original art, at a decent price too.
Yeah. You're getting full figure, 11 by 17, black. Inked, black and white with a background, a full background, for $225. At this level, where you gonna
That's
find
great.
that?
Yeah,
You're not gonna find it.
that's a great price.
And the shipping, even though Will is in the on the island of prisoners, we call it Australia, and Ricardo's in Brazil and Rod's in Brazil, to save you shipping on our dime, they are shipping it to me, so I can ship it from New York, because they do ship me art to sell all the time, so we'll just include it in those packages. Because
Right.
we're trying to keep your costs down. We want you to be happy. So we have 3 left on Ricardo. Oh, Will's already got 3. You only have 1 left on yours, Will.
Okay.
You
I
stud.
better start drawing.
You stud.
No, we collect money first.
You gonna start a bluey? You gonna draw a bluey? Can you draw a bluey, please?
It's funny you said. I just took my class the other day how to draw Bluey. That's funny.
That's so funny. I'm surprised they haven't done a Bluey because it's so huge now.
Oh, yeah, it's right.
That's what she said.
See, an epic Bluey.
Legendary portraits Bluey.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, just make Uluru come back to life, and he got a bunch of blueys running underneath him with a couple of blotches underneath.
There you go.
Ricardo has
God.
3 spots left. Kenny has 3 spots left. Rod has 3 spots left. Carlos has all 4 spots. Bill has all 4 spots. And Will only has 1 left. So let's go, guys. Let's move it.
Let's do this,
got
Brutus.
to move it.
All right, so I see we're at the mark. So Phil, let them know where they can find you, all the good stuff, so they can go pick up the books and everything else they need to do, or if they want to hire you or become part of the family.
Well, unfortunately, the Legendary Illustrations website is down because of some hacking and security issues. And Ralph, you probably know who that is. Yeah, he has a show coming up, but he's probably the one doing it. But anyway, so the easiest way to reach me is on Facebook through my regular page, Phillip Russertt. DM me there. I always get back to you. I promise you that. And I'm available for commissions, like to talk to me about any of the artists you want to commission. If you have questions about the Kickstarter, of course, you can tell me. And on that Facebook page is where you get the most updates on what Philbo Publishing and Legendary Illustrations is doing. And of course, I encourage you to follow the artists individually. I'm a rep, but I'm not one of those reps that tries to be controlling or take over everything. I would love for them to grow, organically their own fan bases, and they're good people to know.
That is very good. Now, Will.
Yes.
What are you gonna? Where are you? Where can they find you? Where can they check out your beautiful stuff? Come on.
Just about on everything except for Snapchat. I don't do that, but you can find me on Instagram, Facebook. They're probably the main 2 that I post on the most. I've just started the Twitter account up again. It's been down for a long time, but it's all under the Art of Will Playton. It's all the same handle. Even TikTok, Art of Will Playton, and I just try to put up process videos. I put up. I just share announcements. I share out the group stuff as well. So it all goes up on there. So including YouTube, Art of Will Playton as well. And yeah, please look. I mean, the greatest gift you can give any of us is to just share, comment, and like.
Exactly.
It just helps get our stuff out there and beats the evil algorithms that keep knocking us around. So the more you can do that, that's fantastic. I mean, even if you don't buy art, but you appreciate what we do, just please spread the word about us. That's the best we can ask for.
And Kenny, what do you got to say?
Nothing much, apparently. I'm mainly on Instagram, wild_inks, INX _Ken, and wild_inks_studios with a Z. That's mainly where I post a lot of my stuff. Studios usually has more art. Wild Inks Ken is more my personal stuff, like for my teaching and such.
Right.
But yeah, Instagram and that's really it.
I feel like you're easy to find because I was able to find you when I was trying to give you the link.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and obviously, Facebook. Facebook, Wild Ink Studios is the like page, and
OnlyFans. Don't forget the OnlyFans.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, that's for the weekends. That's when that's for the weekends.
I'm just saying the G-string thing I've never recovered yet.
Wow.
Listen, I do a lot of squats.
So Kenny, we got to have you on the show so you can talk about your stuff because I love your style. And I want to dive more into it. So, we'll bring you on and we'll showcase you and your style. Like the same thing we did with Will. We had Will come on and he was drawing and having fun and talking about his amazing style. So,
no, Will's the man. Like, look, there's a handful of guys on Legendary that in the very beginning, when I signed on, I was very intimidated by. All right, and Will was one of those guys.
Because he was holding.
Clearly, I'm an intimidating character.
He was holding a knife. That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Yeah.
That's right. And Kenny and I are live streaming on tomorrow night. So
yes,
there you have it. If you want more of a comedy duo,
Friday night.
Friday night. Sorry, I'm a day ahead. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's not Friday.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Feels like it.
Woo. Okay. All right, guys. Anything from the peanut gallery over here?
Hey, now.
Hagar, we'll start with you.
I wouldn't be alive if it was a peanut gallery.
Yeah, that's true. He's allergic to peanuts.
Well, let's see. If I can pick this up with one hand.
Uh-oh. Touching evil. Source Point Press, right?
Yep. Dan.
I remember.
Dan. Yeah. I wouldn't even say it in my YouTube video earlier because I didn't want to embarrass myself. I'm just like, Dan. I'm like, nope.
You're getting some hearts from Mystic Despair. Come on, you can do it. Let's go.
So I did get that today, finally, after a little over a year. So I'll be breaking into that soon because I've been waiting.
Can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Let's see. What's his name?
Someone needs ginkgo biloba.
It's a lot of people for me to keep up with at once. George McHale.
So I know you were ready to go, and then you're like, wait.
George McHale. George McHale's Kickstarter. George.
Our friend George, who was on the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the book was called. Cover of Darkness ends in
there you go.
Cover of Darkness ends in less than a week. It is funded.
It's doing pretty well, yeah.
Arn Anderson starts in 13 days. Our lovely friends Floof Schmallow and
Bitsy.
He's stealing my thunder. He's stealing it.
This is what happens when I go first.
You always go first. I always go last.
Exactly.
There's been a few times where you've gone first.
That is true,
rarely.
Their Kickstarter has Nathan.
Oh, so I'm finishing it. Okay, I see. So
Yeah, go
they're
for it.
currently at 4675, and they're trying to get all the way. We are one more badge away from unlocking all of them, and then boom, we have everything unlocked. But we are funded, so no matter what, you will get your beautiful pins. And if you are playing Genshin Impact, which just by those saying of Genshin Impact, there will be tags on Genshin Impact, and Facebook and YouTube will algorithmically select this for Genshin Impact, and you will want to play some more Genshin Impact so that you can buy some more Genshin Impact articles. Yes, I am doing this entirely for the algorithm. Just trust me, guys, because Genshin Impact is very big. So,
I don't think you've said the name enough. Come on.
Hold on, I'm still 2 away. I'm still 2 away.
You gotta say it like a YouTuber sponsored ad.
Genshin Impact is a fire
There you go.
open world game where you can play tons of characters. And joining this Kickstarter, you can choose any selection between all the evolutions with their characters from Genshin Impact. And you can choose which badges. Look at that. Just by me saying it, we have gone up another 200. So keep going and supporting Ralph if you can click that link in the description and share it to everyone on the screen. And also inside the comments section, please go and support these amazing people. And at a certain tier, you will get pillows. I believe we are already at the tier for pillows. So if you get your pin, you will also be getting a pillow, if I remember correctly. I don't have the page up because my connection is terrible, but I believe you will get a pillow and you are getting a print and you are getting your pins.
Good job.
Woo! Damn, boy.
Now that he finished my sentence, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to promote.
Man!
Good job.
I thought he gave you enough time to figure all that out. Come on.
I know. But I got nothing. All right.
Don't forget also that if you follow Bitsy on any form of her social media, including the Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and any other forms in which she makes a post on, if you guess which character is in the shadowed spot, you get a chance at winning a free pin. There are only 2 characters left that you can guess on, so you better hurry on over very quickly so that you can vote and guess your pin for a chance at a free pin included with your order.
And I've guessed on all of them.
That's right. You did guess on all of them. You're trying to win, just like you did with Shadow Rabbit.
Yeah, which I did.
And Shadow.
See, look at you. You're causing him stress. You're the reason why he wants to get rid of all the elves.
Yeah, happens.
There you have it, folks. We're at 4,811, 57 backers, 31 days to go. You guys are already unlocked almost all the pins except for the last one. Come on, we can do this. We can unlock that last pin, people. There it is. The $5,000 one.
Yes.
Come on, people.
Jolteon is unlocked. I believe there's a bit of a delay.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to get in contact with them, but it is unlocked. There's just a bit of a delay for some reason, time differences and whatnot, but it is unlocked. And there's your prints. The prints are done by Bitsy, and I believe the pillows are a combination between the 2 of them, but all of the pins are done by our good pal Floofschmallow.
Yeah.
Floofschmallow.
What was that?
And that's also another Bitsy pin.
Are you bringing your own music?
That wasn't me.
We're haunted. I knew Halloween wasn't over. All right, Shadow, go for it.
Once he unmutes.
Shadow, you are absolutely beautiful with the light behind you. I am giving you time to unmute your mic. So just come on, Shadow. Let me hear that beautiful
Shadow
voice.
Go for it, Shadow.
I'm blushing. It doesn't show up on the camera. Humanity's
Raid Shadow Legends.
So let's all be kind to yourselves and each other.
And follow Lou on his OnlyFans.
And of course, because Shadow's not going to sell himself, we will sell Shadow because there he does. He does amazing work. He can make your dream a reality. Hire Shadow Rabbit. Commission him. He can do whatever you put into his hands.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
$5, $5. What can I say?
Don't be a tragic figure. All right,
Appreciate all you
folks.
guys.
Shadow's the man. Make sure to look him up. Commission
You guys
him.
are, man. Ton of talent all around.
And of
Don't
course,
be
Phil,
like Jordan and make him get you stuff for $2.
we're gonna do this the Phil way. We're gonna end it with what you usually say. So go ahead, Phil, and end the show.
Me?
Yeah.
As long as you don't let Will do the last one. That is just brutal. When he tries to sound like an old Jewish guy with that accent. Oh, boy.
Oy vey.
All right. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.
There you have it, folks.